almost cutting into my time.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and set that up somewhere. I'd say pick the white flag. That's a good one to hit over.
Okay.
What are we hitting?
A 7.
Okay. I'd say that's about 4 yards left of the target. Right, even a tad bit more, right there. So come on back behind here, and if you get right behind it, take a look. You know, this big ruler is a great way to get a good line. You see the difference there?
Yeah.
Can you see that it's straight there?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to take a step further back to be able to get that set up.
Get that line.
All right, but it's the single most important setup, because from there, you know, we have to know that if we make everything correct from this point on, that it's going to go straight. Otherwise, you're going to start some compensations that aren't necessary, right?
Yeah.
You'll start pulling it, you'll start doing that, and once we start doing that, you'll never have that feel of the golf swing. Okay? So now we know it's square. Go ahead and set up. Now, to me, there you go, that's better. Now you feel you got a good athletic stance there. And now your hips, your knees, your feet, your shoulders, all should feel pretty square. Okay. And I'd like to even see a little bit more right there. If you were to take this club, if I look down, you can see that this matches up with this. Now you tend to do this, so it's going to be a pull unless you know.
So that might be why I'm hanging from right now.
Absolutely, because your shoulders are clearing soon enough that it leaves the club face open, right? And that's where you start to understand those ball flight laws, that if it continues to hang out there, that's most likely your problem, and it's going to be your tendency. Okay, setup looks good. Club face, be perpendicular to that line, so that's where it's at. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, whenever you're ready. It's a great golf swing, right over the line. You know, anything that's going to the left there is most likely to win. I mean, it started on your intended target line and moved very little. That looks excellent. That's really good, right? You know, I mean, that is, you know, so that's telling you if the wind's kind of slowed down a little bit, so that's turned over a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So that's probably saying we're coming in with just a little closed club face. Something we can prevent that is get a little wider arc so that it comes down the target line a little faster, right?
Yeah.
And so we talked about it prior. Your tendency is to want to get that back behind you instead of get tall, right?
Yeah.
So now, all the same setup, and for you, we're going to want to focus on that width again, getting those hands nice and high so that ball doesn't want to start turning over to the left. So, good. Good. Yep. Try one more. I want to change your hand position just a little bit. Okay. So, set. Alright, now go ahead and I want you to I like where your hands are here. You start to get too far forward here. That last one went out to the right because guess what happens when your hands go right? Look at the club face. Going right there as well, right? So when you set up, your hands need to set up towards that left pocket, but you need to do so without twisting that club. Right?
Yeah. Because I have a tendency of going
or the opposite, where you know, if you pull it forward, it opens up.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to stay relaxed and set that down. You know, it's more of, and sometimes you'll see I'll set up the club like this, set my feet up, and then go, because if I set it up, if I grab it, set it up, and then forward press, club face opens up.
So I need to make sure that that's preset before I start making a bigger
Absolutely,
session
because what our ideal golf swing is returning those hands to the same spot, right? So why would I want to start it in a position that it's not intended to come back to? So if you're too far forward, at impact you're going to want to try to compensate to get them back. That's a really good position there. So I would assume that that's going to be a much straighter golf shot. Just nice wide turn, and you're good. Yeah, perfect. Right over the line, very little movement. It tells you that you turn that club face almost identical to where it started. Right? Yep. So with yours, when it comes to the position on our, so with yours, we've got grip, stance, posture, position, alignment. For you, under these, what I would put with position, is going to be less forward press, set the club ahead, but don't move it after the fact because it's going to open the face, right? Yep. So your natural tendency is going to be to want to set that late, and that's going to open up the club. So
I get all set up and then I go like this.
Right. So whether it
goes like this or it goes
right, both of which are going to create two different golf swings.
Yeah.
Right. So if you need to, relax, get it into position, and then grip that club. Okay. All right. But that would be what I would write down on your sheet to make sure that you know how to correct it when it starts going wrong. How'd that go? Dead line, right?
better, yeah.
Right. So I mean that's zero movement. So now if you make a small move, when nerves take over and you make a little move, a little twinge, you're talking about a yard or two left or right rather than that big pull or that big push that we see come out.